The problem is...
This is a good outfit, by the way. I like the shirt and jacket.
Thank you.
It's a nice
I think you're doing a good all brown.
This is just what I had clean. I haven't done laundry in
It's funny.
weeks.
It's all clean, but it is the color of shit, which is such an ironic thing.
I'm cosplaying UPS
Yeah,
worker.
I was gonna. I wouldn't have said UPS worker. I would have like, you're cosplaying a very voluptuous turd.
Thank you.
Voluptuous. Have you ever done poop?
I haven't done poop. No.
You haven't done.
Haven't done poop yet.
I honestly think with the costume thing you got going on, which is great, by the way, they have been great.
Thank you.
They're very great. I think if you
I've got one coming that I know you're gonna fucking love.
Oh, great.
Specifically you. Like there's a few people that I'm like,
is it voluptuous turd?
It's not voluptuous turd. Maybe I'll add that to the list one day.
I think you could easily do that.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's always sexy costumes of everything. And I'm not saying you're trying to be a sexy costume or a version of anything.
Funny. Like I do like that. Like that is, I like doing something, but also knowing what my body looks like.
Sure.
So whatever I'm doing is gonna have giant tits added to it, and I think that's funny. Like that's why I think like when I did the Trash Man from like Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny. It's like it was him. I look shockingly like him in a bald cap, but with giant tits.
Giant tits.
And
confusing everybody.
Yeah. I get so many people that are just like, what the fuck are you doing to me?
And it's weird because, I don't think, even when Danny DeVito was at his hottest, which I don't know when was that? Was it Taxi? Was it Twins? Nobody knows. When was Danny DeVito where women were like, when Rhea Perlman was like, ooh, Danny.
I think that was more a situation where it was just like, all right.
Well, yeah, that was...
that's just him. That's it. That's my only offer.
I think Rhea Perlman and Danny DeVito was like lack of option.
Yeah.
Because, again, when was Rhea Perlman at her hottest?
No.
I can't even tell you. And I've watched Cheers a bunch. And I can't even, like, if you look at the first season of Cheers, most of the women, I'm not going after Rhea Perlman. I'm not saying she's a bad lady. I'm just saying when it comes down to like, yo, hot chick.
There's plenty of good, ugly ladies in the world, and that's okay.
Sure.
That's a fine thing.
What's a good, ugly lady?
No. I'm saying I'm not saying she's a bad lady.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know what you mean. You mean.
Yeah.
She's like a good witch.
Yeah.
She's like a good, humble trash witch.
Right.
Who is, got a voice like a fucking, cheese grater going against a fucking tire. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to attractive, I don't know when she's ever like, it's kind of like Shelley Duvall. I was talking about Shelley Duvall a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's scary.
I'm trying to think of a time I've seen Shelley Duvall in a movie where I've been like, damn, I get it. And it's really hard I can't think of it. There's been times where like, oh yeah, she's cute. But when it comes down to like sex symbol, I don't think she ever was a sex symbol back when they were trying to push all women to be sex symbols.
Yeah.
And it's kind of impossible with Shelley
some
Duvall.
ladies are just not meant to be, and that's okay. That's fine.
It is. It's all right.
It's fine.
Not
everyone should be hot.
Not all ladies can be hot.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Ow.
Not all women can be hot.
Not all women can be
Tell
hot.
all the women out there they don't have to be hot and to stop trying.
You don't have to be hot. You don't have to be hot. It's fine.
Just tell them you don't even have to be a voluptuous turd. You can just be a skinny turd or a big old fat turd.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, you're all shit, ladies. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Fine.
I didn't mean that. That was just a small.
No, that's okay.
Stupid joke that made me laugh.
I still can't get over. How many times are we talking that you shit your pants?
Lifetime? Are you talking lifetime?
Adulthood.
Yeah, when I say lifetime, I don't mean like as a child.
Okay.
The cutoff for shitting your pants is like 8th grade.
I would have said 4th, but yeah, sure. Okay.
You can shit. In elementary school, all things are go. You're still learning everything.
Wait a minute. Were you in elementary school in 8th grade? That's middle school?
No. What I'm saying is like... when you're like
but that's what I'm saying is I'm like when you're in middle school it's time to stop shitting
that's what I'm saying. The cutoff is 8th grade. Once you enter middle school.
Enter middle school in 6th grade.
What I'm saying is 8th grade is the cutoff, Josie.
Okay, so
all right,
got it. Okay.
I hear what you're saying. I'm saying 8th grade.
So
it's a 2-grade grace period.
I'm going to give you more grace than that. 18 to now.
18 to now?
Yes.
How many times have I shit my pants?
Yes.
Fuck. At least like 20 times.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy. 18 to 40?
That's
18 to 40, 20 times.
I'm almost 30. I have not shit my pants once in my adult life. That's... Look, and I give a pat. Okay, a couple times it's going to happen. You're going to get sick. That's just a thing. That's fine.
When that happens, and I hope it happens this week, that you look back at this podcast, you're watching it, wiping your butt, like, oh, no.
This week wouldn't be a terrible time for it to happen. I work from home, so that's okay.
See?
Yeah, I hope it happens in that outfit.
Oh yeah!
You wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know. Well, first off, what kind of soft turds? What velvety smooth shits do you? I shit my pants. I didn't even know. No, you know right away. You know right away when you shit your pants. It is a
no. I'm gonna say no to that just because.
As somebody who's never done it.
No, I haven't. But 2 years ago, my mom shit the floor on Christmas, and it happened because she was drunk. She's 5'2", 90 pounds.
Sure.
Does not eat. I love her, but she's just, there's nothing. Wafer thin. And growing up, there was always this weird phenomenon that would happen where if she had drank the night before, the next morning there would be shit on the toilet seat. Like on the rim part, on the seat.
Oh, she anthilled.
I've always been like, how the fuck did that happen? Because it's not a full turd. It's just like a little. Yeah. Anyway, that was a mystery of the household. But so it was Christmas, and she revealed to us that she stopped wearing underwear like a year or two prior, which I was like, that's crazy. You're like 60, puts them on.
Hot.
But she was like, nah, I just stopped. You don't really need it. And I'm like, okay. And she was wearing these big like wide-legged like hippie pants, like the boho ladies.
Yeah.
And it was me and my sister were like wrapping up our presents. It's the end of the night. We're like, because we both live elsewhere, so we're getting ready to take our stuff home. And then my brother was just in that room on the computer because he lived there with them. And she walked through, and as she like left, my sister just goes, "Oh my God, what is that?" And like points on the floor. Full log, not like diarrhea, not anything loose, full log. She just walked straight, no grunt, no like facial change, no pause, just walked. And like, I'm talking like a log, like full log fell out of her pants. Like we didn't see it fall out, but I was like, oh my God. And then the smell like hit us as soon as Molly called it out. And she was just like, oh, that must have been the dog. The dog was a 7-pound golden cockapoo.
So that shit would have been the length of the animal.
Yeah. There were 2 dogs in the house, and they were both this big. It was like
not an impossibility, but
but this also like the difference between dog shit smell and human shit smell, and it looks different. It's all different, and the smell hit us, and we were like, what the fuck, and like. She just like goes over and she like gets a paper towel. She like grabs it and she's like, yeah, it must have been the dogs. And then the shit smells lingering because she has shit her pants. Like some of it hit her. And so we're like, it still smells like shit. We're like, did you shit? Is that you? Did you just shit on the floor? And she was like, no, you guys are being ridiculous. And then she goes upstairs and she changes and she doesn't smell like that anymore. And my dad comes in. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, Mom shit the floor. And he's like laughing so hard that he's like ready to throw up. My sister's got tears in her eyes. And like my mom's just like, that is crazy. That didn't happen. But like the thing that still throws me off, I'm like, she shit like a horse. Like just standing up, like walking. Like there was no pause. Like a horse's tail just goes up. Just
one.
No pause.
So that means one of two things. How old was your mom when this happened?
This was the end of 2021. And she's 61 now, so like 58?
58. Yeah. So her butthole's loosened. The integrity of her butthole is starting to fail. It's like the infrastructure of America. It needed general upkeep, and nobody got around to it. Things are failing. 2, she was probably drunk.
Well, she was.
Okay, so
she was definitely drunk.
So really what it was, also because she was wearing those big, dumb pants, when you fart like that, she probably thought she farted. And then when it fell... I know what you're saying.
Intact.
I've watched a drunk man crap his pants to a point.
She's going to kill me. But I'm saying.
Does she listen?
She might.
I hope she does. I hope she fucking finds. You know what I hope this is? This is crap your pants karma. That's going to come back to haunt you.
It might.
And I hope not that I hope it does. I just hope you. Once you do it, it's kind of like, skydiving. You can explain it to anybody all you want.
I've told the story on stage before.
Until you've done it, you're never going to know what it's like to crap your pants.
No, but what I'm saying, the craziest thing about all of that and about you is that, like, I get shit happens.
Sure.
Literally. Why not wear underwear?
Okay.
To keep it from ruining your pants or to keep it in your like just.
So that poop log fell out of her pants?
Yeah.
So she had no shit in her pants.
Well, I mean,
she didn't.
But she still smelled like shit afterwards. Like it was still lingering on her pants. So
imagine that fucking meat cigar in a pair of panties smashing up into your puss.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Picture that for a second.
I think the physics wouldn't
Get
work.
it in.
It's
everywhere. It's all bound up in there. She was wearing poop. She's actually wearing poop-friendly pants.
Maybe if she was wearing underwear, she would have felt the resistance.
Yeah, but then
and it would have been like, oh shit, I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but you know what? She was living footloose and fancy free. She was wearing hippie jeans and just crapped on the floor. Now, also,
she's so hot too.
Yeah,
like my mom is like objectively really beautiful,
and she left
61, and she
purged the demons. She purged it. Speaking of 61 and beautiful and hot, I saw The Substance yesterday.
I don't know what that is.
That's the new movie with Demi Moore. It's a new body horror film, and it is very good. But what I will say is that men and women watching that movie at the same time will have a completely different movie to watch. You will not. Women will watch it and be like, "Oh my God, just men are so terrible. Like the beauty standards people have for women are out of control, and I just don't understand why. Like, as a whole, we just need to break down just old stereotypes on what beauty is and what it isn't, and we just need to get over it." Guys will be like, "Yo, dude, that was fucking hot as hell." It was great. And also 61, Demi Moore's full bush in the movie. Without giving away any spoilers, full bush on Demi Moore. And it's like, in my head, that's like seeing Halley's Comet. You're never going to see, it's going to be, you might never see that again. I would say if you're going to go see The Substance, one, pretty decent.
Specifically Demi Moore's bush?
I'm just saying.
Bush on 61?
Demi Moore is 61 years old. First off, I can't think of the last time I've seen a 61-year-old bush on film. On the internet, you can see it easy.
Yeah.
I'm talking like celebrity full bush on film. You don't ever really. That's like seeing, again, it's like witnessing a triple rainbow. Like you just don't really see it that often. But when you do, you take it in.
Yeah.
You get it. But the rest of the movie, I'll say, it's not going to be what you think it is. If anybody does go see it, don't think it's going to be just like an A and B, one directional horror movie. It is actually all over the fucking place, and plenty of ass for the
zero understanding of what this movie is.
It's basically Demi Moore is a aging, failing actress who has been told by an executive producer that she is now too old to do her aerobics show, and that they need someone younger, hotter, and more full of life. She has a breakdown and decides to figure out a way to get back into show business using a thing called The Substance, which allows her to have a different youthful version of herself.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is very well done, but also at times like, what the fuck are you doing? It wasn't terrible, but there is a point in time where you're like, you kind of get how they roped dudes into this movie, and you get how they roped women into the movie. It's the same thing they did with Midsommar.
Okay.
I guarantee you have a different opinion of what happened in Midsommar.
I didn't watch it, but I
don't.
But I know what happened. Like I know enough about the movie to understand where you're coming from.
What do you think happens in Midsommar? Give me a short.
I lied. I fully lied. I've never.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I couldn't. Damn it.
You know what? 9
times out of 10, I'm getting better about that. But usually when people are like, "Have you seen or read or experienced this?" I'm like,
"You just blatantly lied."
Yeah, I did.
And it's funny. You did what your mom did with the shit. This is the End Podcast with Ryan Shader. I am joined by the one and only Josie Marcellino. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me back.
I'm glad I called you out with your fucking blatant fibbery.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Why did you do that?
You lied to me at the beginning of the last time I was here. And
how did I lie?
You don't remember? Fucking telling me that Nazis invented glitter, you son of a bitch.
Let's just do you understand? Let's back that up. No, I'm
going to back it up real quick. Okay, so at Skankfest, which this is just a very nice thing, but it's like I did Kill Tony in the last 6 months, and I was recognized more at Skankfest for being on your podcast than for being on Kill Tony, which was awesome and is a testament to the people who watch the show. That's great. Every single one of them was like, it was so funny when he got you with the glitter thing. I'm like, son of a fucking bitch.
Now let's think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You lied to me about seeing a movie.
Yeah.
Anybody could believe that. Anybody could believe that.
Okay.
I lied to you about Nazis inventing glitter.
You're fucking convincing.
Sure, but again, Nazis inventing glitter.
It sounded real when you said
I know it did, but again, I'm going to say it out loud. The Nazis invented glitter. You'd be like, no fucking way. No one in their right mind would believe that. And it's funny because you were earlier giving me shit about not wearing underwear and shitting my pants. The cutoff age of believing such a stupid thing is probably 6th grade. You're like, you can't shit your pants anymore. You can't believe just the absurdity of a wild tall tale.
Agree to disagree.
I know you will. Anyway, before we go all off the rails, where can people find you? Where can people find you at, and where can they get you?
All of my social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all that good shit is at Josie Marcellino, JosieMarcellino.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, you've been doing the 31 days of costumery.
Yes.
And they have been very good so far.
This has been better than last year, for sure. Last year, I was like, oh shit, this doesn't bring me joy anymore.
Yeah, you seemed really bummed about it.
I was.
And I don't know, again, why you do something over and over again that makes you feel so terrible.
Well, it never had. That was the first year. Last year was the first time it ever made me feel
Why did it make you feel so bad?
I realized that it was because it was the first year that I was no longer doing it for myself. I was doing it. I was taking into account well, what do other people want to see? Yeah, how do I top last year? Instead of just doing things that I wanted to do, I did a million things that I just didn't have any joy in. And also I had been much thinner the year before, which didn't help much.
You should watch The Substance. You'll have a better understanding.
Well, you know what? It's weird enough that I was just thinking about this as I was coming in. I definitely still give a shit about my appearance and how I look, but
sure.
I used to be crazy fat. I used to be legit morbidly obese. And back then, when I was doing costumes and stuff back then, and I would get comments of oh, you're so sexy, or oh, I want you, or oh, you look this hot. That was okay, good. I'm doing something good. It felt.
Sure, you were looking at the validation.
Yeah, I was I am attractive. And now.
And this is while you were morbidly obese.
Yes.
Okay.
And now, when I get that, maybe it's just being almost 30, but I'm just shut the fuck up.
Now, wait a minute. Now, does that. I mean this in a legitimate way.
Yeah.
Does that detract? Do you find it less believable? Say you're doing the costumes where you're morbidly obese, and there's men yo, you're so hot. You can actually shit on me in the kitchen. But now that you're thinner, and do you think you look better than you did when you were morbidly obese?
So I think that I look better than I did when I was morbidly obese. But I will say, just the response and the amount of people who were overtly sexual to me was greater when I was bigger. Yeah, it is slightly more. I don't
think that's odd. I just in my head it's do you find that confusing or more of a reason or less of a reason to do it?
I don't think of it as more or less a reason to do it at all, but No, I mean, I get it. I think I've figured it out. It's like, it is more of like when you're big like that, the people that are into you, it's more of like a fetish object kind of thing. And there's also like, what happens when you're a big lady is that like, there will be so many dudes who want to have sex with you. So many. But like, not a lot that want to be like, yo, I had sex with this chick to their friend. Like there were instances where I did hook up with someone and then people were like, they saw us leave together. They know what happened. And then people were like, hey, you had sex with this guy. Like, I know you guys hooked up, and he came at me hard. And he was just like, I don't need anybody knowing that like I had sex with your fat, ugly ass. Like you need to shut the fuck up.
What a wild,
that I did.
again,
yeah, you know that person too, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
But yeah.
And it sucks that I know a person who would say such a crazy... Actually,
it's fine. I don't know how friendly you are with them.
What I'm saying, yeah, I mean, knowing them and being friends with them is different. But I think it's more like a thing where if I was ashamed of a person I had sex with, which I've been in a situation where I'm like, man, I didn't think that was going to happen. If someone was like, you did it, and if the person had said, if she was like, he and I had sex, I wouldn't be like, you need to shut your goddamn mouth about it. I'd be like, yeah, I did. Can we just kind of maybe forget about, you know what I'd do? I'd be like your mom. I'd be like, no, it's fine. I'm gonna change my pants. I'm not gonna smell like shit anymore, and we can just move on. We can just move on from it. I don't think I've ever given my boys shit about having sex with someone that maybe I even didn't find, like, oh, I'm not my jam. But if my boys are bopping, I'm not going to give anybody shit about it. I also don't understand why that would like really discredit anybody.
Some people are embarrassed to have sex with fat people.
Sure, but I don't get it in the way that's like, it's not going to ruin your life.
No.
It's not going to change anything about you.
No, they just don't want to get clowned on by their boys of like, oh, you fucked the big bitch. I think that's what it boils down to.
I guess so, but they've all fucked big bitches. Of
course they have.
That's what I don't understand.
I know.
Do you think there's got to be a time where someone's like, giving some guy shit, it's like, oh, you fucked that big bitch, dude. And I just want to let you know, man, I'm with you, dude. I fucking feel for you.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you watch My 600-Pound Life, every woman on there got a man. She got kids.
Which I don't really understand. And again... Yeah. Nothing.
That boils in. That's more like a mental illness thing.
Nothing against bigger people. There are people that I've seen. I'm like, not only does my attraction isn't there. My confusion with the sexual mechanics isn't there.
Yeah.
The sexual mechanics of it doesn't make sense. No, I
know.
Where I'm not like confused, like, ugh. I'm more like, no, honestly, I'm kind of like, I have more questions than discussed.
Yeah.
It's almost like seeing like an aquatic creature you don't know anything about that is terrifying looking.
You ever smell somebody that big? It's bad. It's bad.
I have never... actually, no. It's not that I haven't smelled someone... I haven't smelled someone that big. But I did... I've known people who were fairly big, and I worked with them at Super Fresh, whom of which they
That's
had...
crazy because they're not super fresh.
They actually had to have a whole borderline intervention for a lady. And it was one of those things where you just felt so bad. I think as much as, again, she felt terrible, I can only imagine how odd and embarrassing that is to have like a group of women kind of come up to you like, hey, you smell so bad that not only is... everyone you work with complaining, customers are also complaining that they have to have a talk with you. I think that puts so much pressure on everybody. That's not just like, it's not like people, I think it would be easier if you were being a dick about it. If you were like being an asshole, you could be like, oh, these people hate me. But like, I think it's even more of a pain when like your coworkers who have your best interest in mind, who are like, hey, people don't want to go into the produce section because of you.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I mean? So
you can't have them around the fruit.
Nobody wants you around Broccoli Rob while they're trying to figure out, the meal for the next night. No. And they have
that's a good diet. That's a good diet thing for people who are trying, for the customers of the store.
I think if you were to have smelled her, it wasn't just her BO. She also was a huge smoker.
Oh,
so
God,
imagine,
way worse.
Imagine like a dying animal that is on 2 packs a day.
Yeah.
And it was like,
when you start to get that size, it's not even just BO. It's like you smell like you're rotting.
I also think that it wasn't just rot, and I don't think it was just BO. I think it was, if you saw her arms were very, very small, and her body was very, very big, and everyone's got a shit, and her shit's maybe voluptuous.
Yeah,
but definitely there was no way she.
Are you still anti-bidet? Because
this
could solve a very big problem.
Danny, I think bidets should be available to the handicapped that need them, not some goddamn just bougie man who thinks he doesn't have to wipe his butt like the rest of us. Grow up.
You dry wiping in 2024?
I'm dry wiping all day.
That's crazy.
I dry wiped before I sat down.
You don't even baby wipe it?
What? They're bad for the environment, and they actually remove bacteria from your anus that you need to be clean. They actually remove a very good and positive bacteria from your butthole.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that.
Did you hear what I said?
I don't need it. I don't need any bacteria.
No, you need the bacteria you need.
No, what bacteria
the baby wipe?
I need? Why would I need it?
Let me ask you something. If
I feel like I'm on trial right now. I'm not on trial.
If your hand accidentally touched shit and you had shit on your hand, would you just use a paper towel, wipe it off?
No, you wash your hands, Danny.
Yeah, so why not wash your asshole?
Oh, is there soap coming out of that bidet? Is there soap coming out of the bidet?
Are you telling me that a little rinse isn't better than just fucking paper?
What I'm telling you is paper has gotten us, you know what? This comes out like technology is moving too fast. We need to calm down. Technology is moving too fast, too soon. We need to calm down.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Let's take a break here.
Do you like your ass eaten?
Do I like my ass eaten? I've only had my ass eaten twice.
Did you enjoy it?
It was all right. It was all right.
Bidet's kind of nice if you like that.
Okay, again, I said it was all right. If I enjoyed having my butthole eaten, I'd be like, yo, how can I get that experience all the time? And that's the last thing I need because I have an addictive personality. I don't need to be like, hey guys, I have to get my asshole eaten by a machine in my bathroom real quick. Sorry I'm late. I was having a fucking machine perform anal cunnilingus on my butthole.
It's called analingus.
Whatever.
That's a better thing to be addicted to.
I'm just saying.
Tell me about the gambling thing.
Oh, the gambling thing.
I want to know.
Oh, yeah. So Danny saw me at least up $150 on Asian Cherubs in Vegas.
That's a slot machine?
Yeah. Well, it's not called Asian Cherubs.
Oh.
That would be awesome.
I'm going to go to I'm glad
Come play Asian Cherubs here.
Every year we've been to Vegas, he plays only a certain type of slot.
I only play the Asian Cherubs.
Okay.
For the longest time, these angelic Asian babies they seemed like they had the best odds. They give you the most ability to get like the mini games, which is what you want, the free games and shit like that. For the longest time, it was like, oh, this is the best opportunity I had to win money. And when I went and did it this year, I was not doing very well. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know what I did to piss off these angels. And I lost a bunch of money. Not a bunch, but enough where I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And then I put $30 in this American President's machine and walked away with $306.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I had a revelation. I was like, I have been doing it wrong. These fucking Asians. Dude, I think I literally said, these goddamn Chinese have been fucking me out of money for years. I was like, and it's been here the whole time. I have to buy American. It's American money. It's not like I'm putting in fucking wonton soup in these fucking machines over here. I have been putting American currency in, and they've been taking it and laughing at me. Laughing in my face. And then I get George Washington just giving me a wink every now and again when I get a free game. Like, God damn it, you're the man, George. And then I didn't play any Asian games anymore in Vegas. Learning my lesson. And I did though move from the Asians to Frankenstein. I played Frankenstein because I was like, maybe Frankenstein's monster won't fuck me over. He did all right. And then I played the Goonies. Fuck those kids. They fucked me over pretty hard. And then Mo Mummy. Come on. Think about it. It's a mummy that gives you mo money. How could it be wrong? How could it go wrong? Did pretty good on that, then lost it. And then I played Jumanji. Now, the reason I played Jumanji, because I was like, maybe I'm in Vegas. I'm here for Skankfest. Maybe the ghost of Robin Williams will atone for stealing jokes from people and give me some money. And he did. The drums banged in my favor. It was pretty good. It was actually, it sucked because it was right before we had to leave to get on the plane. And I was up like at least $200. And I was like, come on. Like, I even told, I was like, maybe we can stay. Because I was so convinced every time I play a slot machine that I'm going to win a jackpot. Like, I'm going to win $20,000. And if I ever did win $20,000, I would stop. Like, my whole thing is like when I'm down 100 or up 100, I'm like, no, I can keep going. It's so dumb. But if I were to win like even $6,000, which is out of control, if I were to win $6,000, I wouldn't gamble anymore. I'd be like, yo, I beat Vegas. I beat it. I don't need to do anything more while I'm here.
I don't know if that's true.
What do you mean? You don't think I would stop?
No.
You don't think I would stop?
You might stop that night.
Oh, I would.
But that after that, no.
$6,000, I would find something better to do. You know what it was? If I had $6,000, I'd buy something very stupid.
Yeah.
I'd buy something dumb. I wouldn't gamble.
That's
I'd
fair.
buy something real dumb.
Yeah, but then you buy something dumb, and then you don't have the money anymore, and then you're like,
nah.
that could probably happen a second time.
See, the whole thing is, I know what you're thinking, and I've been there too. But I think if I were to ever win a gigantic jackpot, which I've watched several videos online about people doing, I watch them. Mr. Handpay, if you're watching, give me $30,000, you piece of shit. Dude, this guy walks into a casino with $30,000 and leaves with like 90. It's fucking insane. Pisses me off to no end. But I do watch it trying to figure out the tips and tricks to slot machines.
See, that's what I'm
And you know why I said it like that? Because I know it's retarded.
Okay, good.
I know it's the dumbest thing in the world. I'm not like one of these things like, no, you got to do it like this. And if you do it like I do, I know right away that there's no way that I'm going to win.
Damn,
But,
for someone who was just talking shit on the Chinese,
yeah.
you're not that different from them, actually.
You know what? First of all, the Chinese are crushing us right now. They're crushing us.
In what sense?
In what sense?
In what sense are the Chinese crushing us?
You know what? You would appreciate this, Miss Underwear Snob. They have vending machines with underwear in them in
That's
China.
Japan.
First off, China, Japan. It's all Asian babies to me. It's all Asian cherubs
So wildly different as countries.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
There's like
Sure.
historically just complete. They don't like each other.
I know
So
they
different.
don't. We all know what happened during World War II that Japan just fails to ever talk about or mention. We get it.
Mm-hmm.
We know what you did, Japan. But what I am saying is when it comes down to a whole, as an American who plays slot machines with American presidents on them, they're both the same country to me.
Did you hear about that bomb that went off, that old bomb from like World War II in Japan in the airport the other day?
No.
They built, for whatever reason, bomb landed in Japan, didn't go off. They were like, let's put an airport over top of this.
They built over top of it?
Yeah. They were just like, let's just fucking pave over it, I guess. And so it was in there, and they're thinking that it has to have stemmed from the tectonic plate shifting. They're not 100% sure why it went off. They're thinking that that's likely why. But yeah, it fucking just blew up like years later. And
it blew. This was in Japan?
Yeah, like the
so
other day.
after Fukushima, I think after that disaster, you would think they'd be like, there might be bombs somewhere There's also got to be a record that they built over a bomb.
Yeah. I want to know for a country that like is really efficient in terms of their infrastructure, like you got to wonder.
Look, they can't all be Mario castings over there. It can't always be that way. Whoa, let's take a break to talk about our sponsor, Vi. If you want to chill out after a long day, there's a Vi gummy for that. Dealing with anxiety or stress, there's a Vi gummy for that too. Vi's premium, federally legal cannabis products have got you covered. While the gummies are their most popular product, they've got flower, vapes, pre-rolls, drops, and even topicals. I remember the first time I took Vi, I really didn't know what I was getting into because I was kind of worried. I've always been worried about gummies and stuff like that, but they really made it easy and told you exactly what to take, when to take, and how to do it. It really did make a difference at the end of the day after I'm done talking about all this crap. With products ranging from 0 milligrams to 100 milligrams of THC, you can totally customize your experience. Vi legally ships to nearly all states in the U.S. in discreet packaging directly to your door with worry-free guarantee and no medical card required. If you're 21 and older, check out the link Vi in the show notes and use code SquirtAlert to receive 15% off. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them, and make sure you tell them about the show and tell them we sent you. That's code SquirtAlert when you click the link on the show notes and get 15% off. This fall, enhance your everyday with Vi. We have phone calls. Please play the messages. Are they good? Good today? Yeah? All right. We'll see.
Hey, Ryan, and whatever guest star you have on. I'm sure they're awesome. Is it white trash to clean debris? Like, anything that's going to be like on your property with a machete?
Oh.
Instead of using like hedge trimmers, shit like that. Just wondering. Thanks.
Why did he have the cadence of somebody who had just committed a crime?
Did you hear the message that he said?
Yeah.
He's using a machete to clear brush and other vegetation on his property.
What else would you use?
Other than a machete?
Yeah.
He just said weed whacker, lawnmower, hedge trimmer, anything else, any conventional thing that they sell at Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, anything like that. Clearly, someone who does a lot.
We've used a machete growing up. I am white trash though, so I don't.
I don't think that's white trash. I think that's just a regular tool.
Yeah.
I think it'd be white trash if you were using dynamite to clear out brush. If you were blowing it up, I'd be like, yo, I gotta get rid of this stump. It's over. That's white trash. Awesome as fuck. Would be so great to see. If someone's like, what are you doing? Trimming the hedges. He throws a grenade in there. That's pretty sick. That's awesome. I think the closest thing I could say to white trash, what is it even white trash? They make them for it. You all right?
I don't know why that got me
I don't know why that did either. I'm just saying, blowing shit up to get rid of brush is pretty white trash. Or shooting it. I've watched a guy shoot a tree before to get rid of a tree, which is also awesome as hell. But I think they make those. They're like flamethrowers, and they're basically to start small brush fires. They clear out like brush areas. But I watched a guy clear his entire drive. It was actually awesome. During a snowstorm, his entire driveway had frozen, and it was like at least 2 or 3 inches of snow, and he just flamethrowed the whole.
That's so good.
The whole driveway. It was like, and it was done in like 2 seconds.
I mean, if it's still freezing, then that water is going to immediately become ice.
Look, you just get to use the flamethrower again.
Yeah.
What is the downside?
I like it. I think
don't see
great.
the downside.
I think that's great.
But I think using machete is not white trash. I think using a machete.
Yeah, it feels normal.
Also, I don't know if they sell machetes at Home Depot.
Right.
And Lowe's. It's not like I'm trying to think of like a white trash melee weapon
I think it's dynamite.
It's not. I'm just thinking if you were first of all, if you were using a baseball bat to clear a brush, if you were just swinging at it with just a random object, yeah, that would be a little white trash.
The only way that I think it's white trash is if it wasn't machete worthy.
What do you mean machete worthy?
Like if it's like knee high.
Oh, if you're mowing the lawn
your way. You know what I mean? Other than that, like
that's less
what they're.
I don't know.
They're created actually for that, not murdering people.
Right.
This might surprise the guy.
If I saw a man going after flowers with a machete, I'd be like, yeah, that guy rules. I'd be like, that's not white trash. That's someone who's trying to who just got out of a terrible marriage.
Or if he means debris by like old couches and
shit okay.
Then that's a little white trash.
No, I don't think that's white trash either.
I think it's awesome, but it's still white trash.
I mean,
if you're
the
if you're mowing
is white trash. Even
on the lawn is a little white trash. Yeah. However, breaking a couch in your house is white trash. Have you ever destroyed a couch in your house?
Well, yeah, because it didn't fit out the door.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is why would you got to do it somehow. You can take it apart and then take it out.
Yeah, I used it.
Oh, you mean intentionally break it?
Yeah, I'm talking intentionally break it.
I meant accidentally.
No. Sorry.
No, sometimes you got to smash up a couch.
I've done it, but also
Never
what I will
that.
say is that's pretty white trash to do. Is breaking a couch apart with a bat or a hammer.
I mean, not having a door
is also white trash, dude.
You know, big enough to facilitate.
Dude, I hate the door I have. It's the worst fucking door in the world.
You do have the worst door.
What's wrong with your door?
It's small. It's an old Philadelphia row home, and they are every one of them, not only on my block, but like blocks around me, maybe 22 inches wide.
That's
maybe.
That's crazy.
It's fucking insane. And I've said before to anybody, I was like, there are things in this city that you should be reimbursed. I've lived in Philadelphia for 13 years. I have never been robbed. I have never been mugged. I didn't get COVID. I should be reimbursed I should be given money. Somehow.
You've never gotten COVID?
I've never gotten COVID.
How is that possible?
What are you talking about?
How have you never gotten COVID?
Never gotten COVID.
I've had COVID twice. And I'm one of the low people that have only gotten it twice.
I've never gotten it.
That's crazy.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Or is it just, me being healthy? I don't know.
I actually think it's the other way. I think maybe COVID looked at your body and was like,
I could only hope that's what it was. I mean, I have type O negative blood, which apparently is that was like a thing they were talking about being a deterrent for COVID. And two, I don't know. There have been times where I'm like, I definitely got it. I'm not saying I haven't been sick. There have been times where I'm like, fuck, this is it. And I've tested, retested, never had it. Went to a hospital once because I thought I had it. And the urgent care was like, you don't have it. Sorry, I said hospital. I meant urgent care.
Yeah, I thought that you were white trash there.
I was going to say, that was the urgent care is the machete of hospitals.
I went to the free clinic.
Yeah, I went to a free clinic and they were like, you don't have COVID. So I don't, I've never gotten it.
Okay.
Never gotten it. And do I think that I should be given money because of it? I've never gotten it, so that means I've never spread it. I've never been murdered, mugged, or robbed. I've managed to live in this city where it's a fucking cesspool and has been only getting worse. Come on, give me some fucking money. Or if you're not going to give me money, I should get a free credit to have my door widened.
Yeah.
I should have a free credit to have my door widened to a normal, see how wide that door is? Give me that fucking door. For the love of God. I would take that door over the fucking, it's retarded.
That is crazy.
It is
That's crazy that, you've never been faced with any of that as long as you've lived here.
I mean, there's been times where I thought it was going to happen, but it didn't.
My car got shot 2 months into me living here.
I mean, there was the first month that I lived in that house. At one end of the block, there was somebody who was almost beaten to death in a road rage thing, and then at the other end, a guy was stabbed to death. At the end, when I say my block, I mean my street, that small street I live on.
Have you lived in the same place for 13 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's been...
That's awesome.
I mean, it's great. My landlord rules. My rent is low, and I don't really have a reason. If anything of those things change, I'd be like, I need to get out of here.
Right.
But my neighborhood's not terrible. There's incidents of crime. I wouldn't say it's crime riddled.
You just said that there was a stabbing to death on one block and a almost beat to death raid roach on the other, and then blocks, said, my neighborhood's not that bad.
And then 2 blocks away, very recently, there was a lady, a 76-year-old lady who was shot in the stomach and her dog was killed in a drive-by. And then a week later on Snyder, at the bus stop, some guy, as a guy was getting off the bus, a bunch of guys jumped him and shot him like 7 times. It was pretty fucking, yeah. So there's crime. You just get around it.
What part of the city do you live in?
South Philadelphia, deep South Philadelphia. Okay. So yeah, you just get around it. I've managed.
But I would consider it a pretty nice neighborhood.
It is a pretty nice neighborhood. It's not bad. Very Italian. Fucking wops everywhere. You know, they but there's also a bunch of, there's culture. There's Vietnamese people. There's Laotian people. There's those goddamn Asian cherubs that don't give me any fucking money. I swear to God, if I play a slot machine with Laotian people, that's the one I need. I need some Laotians or Cambodians. I need some Vietnamese. I need a Tet lottery machine. I need a Tet offensive lottery machine would be sick. Either way, I would say that a machete is not white trash.
Yeah, no, machete's not at all normal.
All right, let's go to the second call.
Yo, Shaner. Price again. Drunk, dude. It is what it is. But I was just fucking wondering, fucking, if you had to fucking pick, fucking one way to die.
Oh, man.
That was fucking crazy.
That is awesome. Yo, man, if you had to pick one way to die and then it cuts off, is perfect, dude.
Fucking 20 seconds of like intense buildup.
Yeah, that guy, he was thinking about it real hard. And then he dropped his phone off a bridge. Oh, fuck. If I had to pick one way to die, one way to die. I'm going to let you field this one first because I'm very curious into hearing what type of, you know what it is? It's because I don't want to say something and have me be judged by Little Miss Fancy Shits over here.
But it's, okay, well, what are we, like, I guess I need the framing. Like, are we like terminally ill and we're like,
see, you're already putting too much mustard on the hot dog.
I know my answer for that. Like, I've thought about what I would do if I got like stage 4 cancer.
I'm saying if you had to, okay, sure. You have stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
You've been given 3 months to live.
Yeah.
You're still, I guess, technically able-bodied enough to do something. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take a boat to North Sentinel Island.
You're going to try... You're going to annoy these natives?
Yeah.
That's the last thing you want to do is go and harangue indigenous people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to see it. I know they're going to kill me.
I know they're going to kill you, but you know what?
Probably eat me.
The first thing they're going to be like, this again? Another white asshole coming here?
The last few assholes that went there were brown.
I'm just saying, they're probably just going to be like, we don't need this missionary coming here one last time. They're going to think you're some Bible-thumping weirdo. Unless you did it.
Completely naked? That's how I would go.
Hot, cool. I was going to say in a costume or something.
Oh.
In a fucking, go out in the last... the best Halloween costume you got.
No.
Really confuse these guys.
I thought tits would confuse them enough, but...
You're saying they don't have tits on that island?
No, they do, but they've never seen white titties. They've never seen white titties.
I'm sure they have.
How have they seen white titties?
Are you saying...
How have they seen white titties?
Are you saying women haven't gone to that island before?
Yes, I am saying that.
You're saying no woman has gone to Sentinel Island?
North Sentinel Island? No. We have record of everybody who's ever gone there, and no women. 0 women. And none of them, certainly 0 white women. So even if there was an off-record Fisher lady that accidentally ended up there, she wasn't white. It's in the Indian Ocean.
So do you know any I would say conspiracies about Sentinel Island? Do you know anything about conspiracies about Sentinel Island? About why no one, besides the fact that there's an indigenous tribe living there, do you know why you're still not allowed to go there?
Outside of the people living there?
Outside of the people living there. So allegedly, during the Cold War, Russia had tried, and it happened during, like, in the beginning of the Cold War, Russia had tried to put bases on Antarctica. They had also tried to use Cuba during the Cuban Missile Strike crisis. They had tried to, like, set up different basically choke points to have places to launch nuclear missiles from. Sentinel Island was one of those things that they were trying to get to, and it had been rumored that not only did they stop there, they bartered with the people. This is like a thing that they had talked about for a while, and it was like also one of the reasons that they believe you're not only not allowed to go there, if you go on Google Earth, part of the island is blacked out, which is also very weird and odd that they would even do that. So what they do believe happened is during the Cold War, Russia was trying to get to Sentinel Island because American intelligence found that out. They were also trying to stop that from happening. So what they did before they even did that, they flew over Sentinel Island and dropped leaflets with, it was almost like the Carl Sagan thing that they launched on Voyager. It was like, hey, we're people. This is what we look like. This is what we do. I know that
they've dropped goods before.
So what they did is they dropped, like, pictures of white people. They even dropped pornography on that island.
This feels like Nazi glitter. 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 I don't know if I trust you. This feels like Nazi glitter.
Why would I make something like that up?
Why would you make up Nazi glitter?
I made up Nazi glitter a long time ago. We're past Nazi glitter. We're past it all. But you know,
if I trust you, Shane, or if I trust you, if I trust you and you lie to me again.
I'm just saying, look it up. They did. So this is a thing that they.
I know that they dropped goods.
They did drop goods. They also dropped. So basically what they were trying to do is have an inhabitants of white people on the island. They were trying to do that. And they were trying to acclimate these people to get ready for whites and not kill them. The other thing they were going to do is they were going to try and barter with these people with, like, fucking women. That's what they were going to use.
Well, I know when there was an instance where they took a few kids. Someone went to the island and they took a couple kids, and they were like, maybe if we start with the kids,
how'd that go?
Be like, they all died because none of them are immune to disease. So it's like as soon as we come in contact with them, we do kind of wipe them out.
Yeah, that's our whole thing. Yeah. That's our thing.
Yeah.
So basically, what we were trying to do is drop goods, drop things, and that was the other thing they were trying to do is drop things that, like, even had trace elements of, like, small amount of disease on there to get them ready for whatever we were going to bring.
If I trust you.
I'm just saying, look it up.
And you lie to me.
What I'm saying is you would go to Sentinel Island naked and have natives kill you. That's what you would do?
Yeah, I know. I expect them to kill me. I'm already dying of cancer. That's okay. But I want to see it.
Wouldn't you be worried about them getting sick from
my cancer? No, cancer's not communicable.
I'm just saying if they ate you and there was something else going on inside of you.
And there probably is.
You're going to risk a bunch of native people who've done nothing wrong? Nothing wrong.
I think they ate that Indian kid.
Yeah, sure. Did that Indian kid go there when he wasn't supposed to?
Yeah.
Then they did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they did anything wrong, but I think they ate him and they're still there.
Did that Indian kid have sicknesses?
I don't know. We don't know.
I'm just saying. I think you going to Sentinel Island is. I'm not trying to shit on your final wishes to die.
All right, then I'm gonna take heroin and go sit in New Zealand. I guess I'll sit at Milford Sound and I'll just shoot up.
Why does everyone want I can
It's peaceful.
but
just go to sleep. Night night.
Now, what did you want out of the Sentinel Island thing?
Just to see Sentinel Island, because I'm never going to do it otherwise, unless I'm dying, unless I know I'm going to die.
You really want to see Sentinel Island?
I want to see every corner of this world, and I know I can't see Sentinel Island.
Why do you? That's right. You're a big travel nut.
Yeah, I just think the world's cool.
What is the coolest thing about the world? If you can remove the idea of travel, what is the coolest thing about the world?
Like, are you asking just in terms of landscape?
In terms of anything. What do you think is the coolest thing about the world?
I think the variance in landscape and culture, and given the fact that like it was all many times it was all together,
sure,
and then grew apart and then came back together and then grew apart and then came back together. Like it's done that like 11 times.
The continents did fuck.
So I think it's cool. Yeah. So to see other shit, and it's like,
what would you say
100 years ago they couldn't do it.
What would you say is the best
200.
culture?
I don't know. I don't know all of them. I don't know. I haven't experienced all of them. The best one that I've experienced, Peru or New Zealand.
What would you say is the
two.
worst one?
Oh.
What country can just go to hell?
France.
France?
Yeah. The French. Oh, and Turkish people. I don't. Oh,
Whoa.
I mean, just not the people. Not
No. You heard it here first, folks.
I got cheated on with a
Josie
Turkish lady.
Marcellino hates the Turkish population.
You know what? They butt fucked the Armenians, and they're continuing to butt fuck the Syrians. So fuck them.
Oh no.
Yeah. I got cheated on with a Turkish lady, and
That's what it
I've
is.
been mad about it for a while now. I've been mad about it for a long time.
And now you hate an entire culture, nation?
All of them.
Wow, man. If I had a nickel, like, I've been cheated on by a lot of people, a lot of different people. They were all white, but you know what I still say? Number one, baby. We're the best, dude. Can't stop us.
I don't know. I've been cheated on before with a white lady and it was bad, but then something happened. You get cheated on with a Turkish lady and you're just like the fucking Turkish whore.
That is crazy.
It's crazy that racism comes out of that, but it does. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever. I
wanted to go to Turkey so bad, and I don't.
And
want
now
to
you don't want to go.
I'm gonna go
because a guy had sex with. Did he know she was Turkish?
Yes, her name was. I'm not gonna say it. I won't say it.
Something.
Never mind.
It was something with more than 3 syllables.
No, the last name, but the first
definitely.
name wasn't. The first name was just 5 letters.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
I'll say it. Fuck her. It's never mind. No, I won't. Fuck. He's gonna listen to this.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Fine.
I'm sorry you got cheated on by a Turkish fucking.
Yeah. So now I'm like really on the side of Armenians.
Bitch. Wow.
That stuff does bring the racism out of ladies.
It does.
It does. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not
like
saying
the nicest, very sweetheart. She got cheated on by an Asian chick, and it was the first time I've ever seen her like not only be racist, but that irate.
Yeah.
And like mean to an entire culture.
I don't think I mean, look, I can't say I've ever been I can't say the women who've cheated on me have cheated on me with different races. I'm not totally sure. However, I will say is if
Would one piss you off more than the other?
No. The situation it pisses me off. I would be like, damn, she cheated on me with a black guy. If anything, I'd be like, damn, that sucks.
I don't think I would have been pissed if he had cheated with like an American woman who just had that heritage. It was the fact that she was fucking from Turkey and they were like in Costa Rica. I'm like, fuck you.
So wait, he was in a different country and then another lady from a different country was also in a different country.
They were in a hostel together. They were in a
Oh no.
place.
I'm not
And
saying
they
that's
fucked.
not terrible. Like, what did you think? It's a hostel. That's a fucking United Nations of pussy.
Thought he was gonna be loyal.
Well, how old was he?
34. 30. Yeah, 34.
You know what?
I gotta say, too old to be in a hostel.
Too old to be in a hostel. And it's more like
He's gonna watch this. We should stop.
you know what? I would almost make
Get a goddamn hotel like an adult.
I would also make the connection. It's kind of like he really shit his pants in that thing. He's too old to be staying in a hostel, but yet he did shit his pants. He did shit the bed with a Turkish lady. And if he had done it, do you think underwear would have prevented him from getting Turkish shit all over himself?
He didn't literally shit his pants.
I'm making
about?
it's an analogy.
It's not an analogy. What is the fucking underwear?
The Turkish is the shit.
Yes, what is the underwear that
The
prevents
underwear
that?
is his morality.
Yeah, I think that would have prevented the shit.
But he didn't wear any, did he?
He didn't have the morality then to not do it. What I'm saying is you don't wear the underwear, so it would have prevented the... Oh my God,
And
I'm
that
going to kill
means I'm
myself.
free. And I would never do it. I'm not
Sure.
bound. I'm not bound
But also Costa Rica is beautiful. It's
I know it's a horny place, dude.
No, and I know I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Costa Rica and I loved it. And then I got cheated on there twice. And
why don't you just hate Costa Rica?
I kind of do now. I won't go back.
I was gonna say it doesn't seem like it's the people.
So beautiful.
No.
It's so beautiful. Did he say that?
No, that's not what he said.
What did he say?
It's much meaner than that. Anyway.
Oh no. Bummer.
Yeah.
Well,
fine.
it seems like you shouldn't hate Turkey. It seems like you should hate Costa Rica.
I hate both.
Will you ever go back to Costa Rica?
Probably not. I've seen a lot. I've seen
seen
I mean, I haven't seen the east coast of Costa Rica. That would be nice to see.
The east. Wait, I guess there is a West Indian.
Actually, I love the East Coast.
Yeah, dude, East Coast all day.
The East
dude.
Coast is very like Caribbean.
What's the West Coast? Very
more
African?
No, that more Latin.
Actually, the East Coast is more African.
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
the East Coast is more African and Caribbean, and then the West Coast is Latin and Latino.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
No, it's really nice. It's a beautiful country. It's not my favorite in Central America. It's the most expensive, though.
Why would... Look, and again, I'm not knocking on either of you using bidets and traveling to horny places and having fun. But I why would I want to go travel to like a super expensive place?
It's not that super expensive. It's just the most expensive out of Central America.
Yeah. It's
Central America's cheap as fuck.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the most expensive out of that whole region.
See, that should be on the poster. It's cheaper than New Jersey. You want to get me to go places, you have to like break it down into like, it's like cheaper.
A weekend at the shore is like a week and a half in Costa Rica.
See? That's great.
The only expensive part is like flying to get there, and even that's not that bad sometimes. The cheapest, what I've found is that the cheapest places to go, like Nicaragua, was really cheap, but the flight was, because there's not that many, that was expensive.
Yeah, well, that should also be like a thing. Like, well, why is there not that many flights to Nicaragua?
Because people don't travel there as much.
Why?
Due to
civil
years
unrest.
of sounds
like it's not a good place to go.
Well,
we were supposed to go to Nicaragua while we were in Costa Rica, and they're like, canceled.
Don't go there.
Yeah, it's that's the thing, is that like right now there's not really civil unrest. When I went, there wasn't really civil unrest, but there had just been like a year ago. Same with Peru.
Like it's even like what's going on? Where is it? Venezuela? Isn't that place like upside down right now?
Yeah, but that's been chronically forever for a while.
But I also
not forever, but for a while.
I do know people who have gone there. They're like, yeah, it was crazy. I went there and it was like, it wasn't that great. I'm like,
how have they gone? It's like impossible to get a visa to go there.
So this was when I was in high school. I don't know how they got a fucking visa to go there.
It would have been better back then.
But they did tell me, like, yeah, it was like kind of weird. Like, not that many people were very friendly. And it seemed like, it was kind of beautiful, but it also seemed like something happened there. I'm like, you mean just wild ass crime all the fucking time?
Well, so Venezuela used to be like, they were like on the trajectory to like surpass the United States in terms of how good like their economy was going, because they were like oil rich, but then they didn't invest in anything else. They were just like, this will last forever, and then it didn't, and then and then they just.
It's kind of like when I hear people. I've always been blown away when people talk about going to different countries and getting detained or going to like prison in different countries, and they're like, "Oh, well, I didn't know it was illegal."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or I didn't know this would happen. It's like, stop. One, why are you going to these countries that will detain you for like nothing and put you in jail for something that, I'm not saying they're not breaking the law, but it's like that guy who went to North Korea and like a fucking retard stole the sign out of his hotel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is it a tragedy that this guy went to North Korean prison, was beaten just fucked up so bad that when he came back to America, he died a week later? Yes, that is a tragedy. However, what possesses you to go to North Korea, and two, to go to North Korea and break the law, you fucking idiot?
Well, he was drunk. So I think that was probably
you don't go
I want to go to North Korea. Bad. I want to go so bad.
Why?
I want to see it.
What do you want to see there?
Yeah, I want to see it.
You guys are out of control.
Because it's like, how else are you going to? What do we not know? Because that's the thing. It's like there's so much that we don't know and that we can't know until we go there.
What do you need to know? What do you need to know about North Korea?
It's not a need, it's a want. I want to know how people live. I want to know what it looks like. I want to know.
Shit, not very well.
I want to be like celebrity status when I go, so they put on all those weird shows.
Yeah, sure.
They do that with like any of the
tourist
that go.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, dude. I
know you want to be King Danny over there. That's great. But I think I would not be able to relax at all.
No, you can't.
Like, what's the point? The point of going on a vacation, in my head, is having some leisure time.
Yeah, but
if I go to a country that is a police state and everything is under the watchful eye.
This is a lie.
What?
You hate leisure time.
Yeah, that is also true.
And you crave
You went to the
adventure.
Bahamas and you looked mad as fuck.
Yeah. You went to the beach at jeans.
You were scowling
the Bahamas. Let's go over to Nassau real quick. We went to I was hoping it would have been a fucking nice little goddamn fucking island. You get off the goddamn boat and there's 50 fucking people right away trying to get you to buy the best Caribbean chicken ever.
Well, that's because fucking took a cruise there. That's
I know. I don't. How else am I going to get there?
Fly.
I'm not flying.
What are you scared of planes?
No, I just don't give a shit. It's like I don't give a shit.
What would be relaxing to you? If you could just teleport there and you wouldn't have to deal with the travel part and you could go on a vacation, where would you go?
I don't know. That's the other thing. I don't know.
Okay.
But I will say this. If I was ever going to go somewhere, and it would have to be like, now that I have a girlfriend, it's different. It would just have to be safe. But if I was single, honestly, it's, again, this also I take back, I look back at like when I drank. I look at like my leisure when I was like, if I'm on a beach, there's a bottle around if I want to drink it. There's a dog running around if I want to pet it. And there's chicks running around if I want to like talk to them. Other than that, nothing. There's nothing going on. There's no itinerary. There's no fucking worry about going anywhere. There's no fucking police. There's no need for police. There's no, you're just chilling the fuck out. There's no time frame. You can sleep. That's my vacation.
Right.
Sleep.
That's a vacation. To me, I think that like there is a little bit of a difference between like it's all traveling, but like if you were going to be like a traveler, it's a little bit different than like you're just going for like a relaxing vacation. Like if I were to go to North Korea, that's not a vacation.
No, that's
but I want to go.
Wild.
I want to travel there and see it. And it's the same thing if I went to like Iran or Afghanistan. So it's like I want to go to those places, but like
okay. What I am asking is, what do you get out of that? And I know you're saying you want to see it.
Yeah.
You want to see it. But what can't you see, like just documentary wise, internet wise, what can't you see?
It feels different when you're there.
What can't you see?
It feels different when you're there. To see it with your own eyes and to like actually observe it with all your senses.
I get
it. It feels different.
Okay.
It brings me a certain level of joy. I'd seen pictures of Machu Picchu and it looked cool. But
Machu
then you
Picchu,
get there and you're like,
Machu Picchu is something cool.
Yeah. But you don't know what cool things there's going to be until you get there. And I think that there's not to sound like the gay ass travel fucking snob, but I get a little sense of joy from like seeing and being around an entirely different culture from my own. Like I don't know. I like being next to a fellow human and being like, holy shit, like we're miles apart from each other. Like everything that we think and believe and do is like so different. I don't know. I have an appreciation for that.
I can appreciate that. However, I don't.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to.
And it sucks because I wanna give a shit. I also
it's
just
totally okay to not give a shit about that.
I don't give a shit. I would only like, don't get me wrong. Seeing the pyramids would be sick.
Yeah.
Seeing the pyramids would be amazing. Machu Picchu would also be great. Seeing certain things in in like where ancient Samaria would be, that would be great. But I also don't. I'm like unless I constantly think of money, and I don't think of saving to do those things.
Yeah, my parents are the same way. My parents hate travel. They're just like they just can't be bothered with it.
I mean, then again, I would go to space. I would go to space. Would you go to space?
I'm going to say no, but only because I would lose my mind. I would like to, like, it does bother me that I'm like, damn, I'll never see the moon.
You're going to lose your mind in space, but you're going to go to North Korea for a week and have them constantly watch you to a point where you can't even, you know where they'll have the biggest camera? On your bidet.
That's fine. They can look at my asshole. They're not going to.
You don't.
Who cares? Who cares?
Nobody.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying.
Let them see my asshole. That sounds like their problem.
What I'm saying, I don't think it'd be their problem. What if you got married to Kim Jong-un? What if he
He don't want me.
No, you don't know that.
He don't want me.
You don't know that. I've seen some things on the internet that he's got.
He likes little cute Korean girls. I am a behemoth compared to Korean women.
Well, here's what I'm also going to say. Just like Kim Jong-un likes little, small, petite Korean women, would you say the men who had sex with you when you were morbidly obese would have had a preference as well that they would have actually, like they say they want, but they would do it and then lie about it? You know what I'm saying?
Some of them, but I feel like if you really...
What I'm saying is Kim Jong-un would be like, yo, hot chick, I'm fucking. I'm just going to lie about it. But you maybe
I don't think that Kim Jong-un would look at me and go, hot chick.
I think he would see you and be like, yo, Kim Jong's poon. Exactly what he would say. I think so. This has been the End Podcast with Ryan Shader. Josie, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure you call the hotline 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment, question, concern, or a cool way you want to die. That was the best message.
You didn't even answer how you want to die. Hold on, you're not allowed to end it. How do you fucking want to die?
How do I want to die?
You, not me.
Okay, how do I want to die? I've actually thought about it, and it was actually a callback to the first phone call that we got. I want to die blowing up a bush with dynamite.
That does rule. Yeah, that's a good death.
That's the best way to go out.
That's a good death.
And I want to call my neighbors. I'll be like, I'm just doing some gardening. And then that's it. And then everyone's like, he was gardening with dynamite.
And me and Danny are just like, this is how we wanted to go.
It's not even that how I wanted to go out. Even if that happened, no one would be surprised. Like, that's the craziest thing. None of my friends would be like, no fucking way. They'd be like,
if any of my friends are going to get blown up by dynamite, I'd be like,
yeah. I'd be like, oh, fuck, yeah.
There's not a single comedian in the Philly comedy scene that could get blown up by dynamite, and I would be like, oh no, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
You, I think, are more than anyone.
All of us.
You, I think, are more than
blown
anyone.
Up with dynamite, but I would do it trying to trim the hedges.
Yeah.
In a very, very cool way. That I think would be one. It'll also show that I had a home. I have home ownership at the end of my life.
Yeah.
I flew up with a dynamite.
That's how if Shaner blows up and gets real famous,
my credit score has gone up. My credit score has gone up. That's how you know I can afford dynamite and bushes. This has been the End Podcast. We're going to switch over to the Patreon later.